Hey, Doc Testosterone here. Been away from YouTube for a little while, and here's a video for you guys. Fasting. So I've been doing this very interesting type of fast where I go 5 days on a caloric deficit. A deficit is when you are consuming less calories than you are exerting. So if you're working out, you're burning calories, your digestive system burns calories too. When you walk, when you breathe, and so on, whatever calories you're burning is more than you're consuming through food and drinks and so on. And if you're on a caloric deficit, you're obviously gonna lose weight, you're gonna lose fat, you might even lose muscle depending on how you do the caloric deficit. So what I usually have done for the last 4 weeks is on 5 days, so Monday to Friday, I do a caloric deficit. It's anywhere from 300 to 500 calories. It's a pretty drastic one. I don't recommend that unless you know what you're doing. And then on day 6, I do just go crazy like a cheat day, right? So that's anywhere from 8 to 10,000 calories. I do 10 cannolis. I eat a pizza, a burger, fries, consume a couple of soft drinks. It's Ben & Jerry's big tub of half-baked ice cream. Just you name it, chocolate chip cookies from Subway. You name it, I eat it for that day, 8 to 10,000 calories. And then what I do is on the Sunday, I fast. And this is a pretty interesting fast. It's a 36-hour fast. Obviously, I can still drink water, black coffee, just normal tea. But after that fast, several interesting things happen. And then after the cheat day, also several interesting things happen. So let's first talk about what happens after the cheat day. So as you can imagine, as human beings, we have several survival mechanisms, survival tactics, right? Survival features that we must have in order to live, right? And one of those features is having muscle, having mass. And we get that from eating, from drinking. So one of our primal drives is hunger and the ability to eat food and drink, and also sex, as well as shelter, and just things like that are very primal to us. And what happens psychologically when you fast, as well as when you do your cheat day, is you start getting certain motivations, you start getting certain feelings and thoughts that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise, right? Because your survival mechanisms are active, right? So after my cheat day, what happens is I realize what is actually important in life, and I kind of eliminate what's not important. So after my cheat day, it's midnight, I've eaten, my 10,000 calories, and I sit down and I think, what is really important for me in life? And all of those little things that I thought were important are not really important. A lot of things are even interesting, such as in terms of, let's say for example, contributing to the world, or giving charity to someone, or helping out your friends, right? When you're in this mindset of being full and not really needing anything from anyone, you lose that motivation. I lose that motivation. A lot of things that we care about is how you're gonna diet and how much you can lift at the gym. All of these little things kind of go away when you are on this, right after this cheat day. A lot of things that you were motivated by are basically eliminated from your life, and you don't give a shit about them anymore. So that's one really interesting thing about what happens after a cheat day psychologically. The other practical thing that happened to me, now this is what happens after my fast, my 36-hour fast. So around 18 to 19 hours is really, really tough because I feel this hunger, I haven't eaten all day, and I feel kind of poor and kind of debilitated and weak. Anyway, so, I go to sleep, fine, it's fine, and then I wake up in the morning and I feel really humble. I kind of understand how it is to be poor, to not have food, because there are a lot of people in the world who don't have food. There are a lot of people who don't have clean water, and they have disease. So whatever they feel, that primal instinct of hunger, I feel after those 36 hours. And you know what's interesting? my meal after the 36th hour is not something crazy. It's just a normal meal, and I feel happy, I feel satisfied. And you kind of appreciate food, but you also appreciate how you feel without food and what your primal desires and instincts are. So I highly recommend you doing this. Try it for 4 weeks. All of my diets, I try for 4 weeks, and see what happens. You know, I did lose, you know, I would say I lost 5 to 6 pounds in this month through that. I don't have a fat percentage machine, so I can't tell you what my fat percentage is, but I do look leaner, I do look more cut. So that's something. For the next 4 weeks, I'm gonna do a bulk. I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to drink whatever the fuck I want. Still not sugar. I'm not gonna eat ice cream and shit like that. I might do a cheat day, but I'm gonna bulk, clean, and I'm gonna eat whatever I want. I'm not gonna deprive myself of food, but the way I'm going to compensate for eating so much is I'm gonna exercise 2 to 3 times a day. So I'm gonna do the normal strength workout, but I'm also going to do yoga, and I'm also going to do some Tai Chi, something that allows me to exert and burn calories, because I'm gonna be consuming so much. So remember, if you don't wanna go, if your body can't sustain intermittent fasting, you get hungry all the time, maybe it's not for you. There are a lot of things that are not for people, specifically for every single person in the world, right? So see what works for you, and don't worry about what the tabloids say and what the tabloids, don't worry about what the Men's Fitness and all this shit says. See what works for you, and that is how you will know what your body is like, what your genetics are like, and that is how you will succeed. The next video is actually gonna be about the opposite of success, failure, okay? Now listen, this is what's important. You need to fail fast in order to succeed. I see all these people on YouTube making videos about success, 5 steps to success, 10 steps, this ladder to being successful. My next video, I will talk about failure, and watch out for that.